Rampage, aka Mr. Low Key. Yeah. We got our Mortal Kombat 2021 review coming from your boy Low Key. Yeah. Before I even start this off, I'm gonna go ahead and say I did not enjoy this movie as much as I thought I was. I think once I let the movie dissolve a little bit and I actually got to just think about it a little bit more, I think my expectations was just too high. And the reason was because looking at that first trailer, like my expectations went up looking at the trailer because I didn't even expect the trailer to look that good. I was like, okay, this is gonna be straight, but I don't think it's gonna be like just that crazy. When that trailer came out, I'm like, yo, they doing it, they going there. And the main problem I have with this movie is the setup. Why do we not have one-on-one matches? That's my main problem. It's a bunch of not even really choreographed fights. It's just a bunch of two-on-one fights here and there. It's not even really no one-on-one fights in this movie except at the beginning. Even at the end, it's mostly a two-on-one battle. And yes, this is spoilers. I'm pretty sure everybody had a chance to watch it. I waited till Tuesday, mostly because I was out of town, but also I wanted to get everybody their chance to just accept what they was watching. Just get more of a not first impressions, give people like more of a second chance to even look at it again. I even did that because I got a chance to watch the movie extra early, and then I got a chance to watch it again when it came out on HBO Max. So I still had the same results. And even before I really dive into the review, I have to say I enjoyed those fight scenes in Mortal Kombat 1995 more than I did in this one. Like that fight with Liu Kang and Reptile at the end of Mortal Kombat, like that was better than this. Even the fight with him, I know it ain't Shao Kahn. Is it Shao Kahn? No, it's not Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung. When Liu Kang is about to fight Shang Tsung at the end, like it's a build up to that fight. And even though that's not even one of the fights I really enjoyed much in that 1995 version, it still was a build up to that fight. And like, I just don't understand how you feel like you have to set so much up with property that's so familiar with people. This game came out on Sega Genesis. You know when the Sega Genesis came out? Super Nintendo, like people are familiar with these characters. You don't have to set up so much. You could have done what you did with Sub-Zero and Scorpion at the beginning, and that would have been completely fine. And I feel like we could have went straight into some type of tournament element. This whole, I want to set up the first movie to go into the tournament for a sequel. How you know you even gonna get a sequel? Like, I don't understand that mind frame of thinking as a director. And you saying you know this property, okay? We want to see tournament style fights, raid style fights, where they is getting brutally fighting, doing their moves and techniques at the same time, bringing in some good choreograph with this. I mean, you look at some shit like Daredevil, like that, the hallway fighting scenes and what they do. Like, come on, man. You look at movies like I said, The Raid. You have so many martial arts movies that came out along the lines and between time from 1995 to now. It's like, you know what people want to see, right? Okay, we want to see these characters, we want to see them do their special abilities and all of that, but can we get some good choreographed fighting scenes? And we didn't get none of that in this. Let's get into some of the characters, man. I'm gonna dive in my boy Jax first.
Ashtray, bitch!
And he wouldn't.
Why y'all gonna get, like, of course, I know Jax is ashtray, bitch. But y'all got my man these little ass piggy arms. After, of course, it ain't no giveaway. Sub-Zero freezes his arms and tears his arms off. But he got these.
Again. Come on, you got this.
But he got these like T-Rex ass metal arms and shit for the duration of the movie. And it's like, even with him, he had a better fight with Sub-Zero without his metal arms than he did when he got his metal arms. It's like he talking about, I got a bone to pick with the nigga with the hammer. No, motherfucker, you need to go be Jax. You need to go holler at Sub-Zero. This nigga took your arms out, and you want to go fight this nigga with the hammer. He just popped up. Like, stop, nigga. You need to go holler at Sub-Zero. He tore your arms off. But just even with their fights, it's this whole like montage. Like you going from Jax finally beating up dude, because at first it's like they getting beat down. This shit, you want me to be honest, bro? I'm sorry, man. You want me to be honest? This shit played out like a Power Ranger scene. Like, you know when people get beat down, and shit, and then all of a sudden they get back up, like, it's morphin' time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this, man? This is not Mortal Kombat.
See ya.
Right behind you, Kimberly.
Sitting there just tripping off of this shit, like, are we watching a rated R Power Rangers? Like that's the vibes I was getting off of this. Just off the way they had, like I said, the montages of fights. Like 1 minute they beating, they get beat, they losing, and all of a sudden they start to gain their strength, like they started gaining their powers or whatnot. The shit they supposed to learn, they Akuya or whatever the fuck the shit was called in this movie, man. But I just felt like we know these people, we know their techniques, we know their moves. Can we just get some good fighting scenes? Can we get a little slight good storytelling or whatnot? You could have stuck with what you was doing with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And goddamn Scorpion, he ain't in the movie. The nigga come up at the end, the beginning of the end. And as far as the Scorpion that we want to see, that's at the end. And it's still technically like a one-on-one fight. I just, like, what's up? Cole Young. Like, I gotta go ahead and get him out the way, because that's basically what I wanted to do when I was watching this movie. Like, get this nigga out of here. Why we gotta follow this dude? If you're gonna put a new character in a movie that's based on a video game that's full of characters everybody already know, you should make this motherfucker at least an anti-hero. This is Mortal Kombat. Don't make him all, I got my family and this is, no, we don't want that. This is Mortal Kombat. Brutality. Give us some shit where an anti-hero, this nigga like, Family Guy, maybe something happened with his brother or something. He went on a run and he's got to get out of prison. It just sounds just some crazy shit where it's not all the way his fault, but he still got some wrongdoings to him. Some type of anti-hero. Either way, give us somebody that we like. You should have made a character where after you watch the movie, you like, man, I hope they make this dude downloadable on the game. I hope he's gonna be downloadable on MK11. That's what you should have done. Ain't nobody talking about Cole Young when you leave this movie. Ain't nobody like, yo, that dude Cole Young, the new dude they brung in, man, no, we wasn't doing that. Liu Kang. So y'all gonna tell me this Liu Kang was better than my nigga in the 1995? Yeah. No, he was not that dude. Liu Kang in 1995, the motherfucker was, man, it was a PG-13 1995 Mortal Kombat, and it still to me paid more homage and did more with what it did than this movie. With all the brutality in this movie, it did not give us the fights that we wanted, and that was one of the main things you was coming when you coming to see this movie. Think about what people be saying about Godzilla and the King Kong movies. We don't want to see no humans. Okay, bring them along a little bit less, blah, blah, blah. We want to see Godzilla and Kong. We want to see the monsters. When you come to see a Mortal Kombat movie, cool with the story, cool. Let's see some good fights. What is this up with this 2-on-1, 2-on-1s, 2-on-1s, 2-on-1s? This ain't Tekken Tag Tournament. If you wanted to do that, why did you make a Tekken movie instead of this? I ain't played a Mortal Kombat movie where you tag somebody and another person come in and fight. I ain't played no Mortal Kombat game like that. So for them to go that route with this, I just didn't understand it. I keep hearing about it. Oh, it's supposed to be a build-up. This is a setup movie for the tournament, for the sequel. How did you know you was going to get a sequel? That's the part I don't understand. Okay, man. Excuse me. I think the best character in this movie is Sub-Zero, undoubtedly. Sub-Zero and Kano. Kano is hilarious. He got some good lines in this movie. His fights, like I said, because ain't no good choreographed fights in this, it's just not there. This is more of his personality that keeps you drawn into the movie with him. Sub-Zero is Sub-Zero. Like, I can say Sub-Zero is probably one of the characters that genuinely was straight out of the video game type of character. He was. And he was pretty much the most powerful goddamn character in the fucking movie. Like nobody could fight him. They saying like nobody can fight him 1-on-1 besides Scorpion, and even then it was basically 2-on-1 against Sub-Zero. So what they did, like I said, with this type of fighting, the choreograph, the story, and how it was going, it's like it was almost kind of like they did a remake of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. You know how kind of didn't Shao Kahn come back and mess up the tournament, do something different, like he was trying to beat the fighters or whatnot before the tournament even started. That's kind of what they was doing with this, because if not, it was one of them. Like that's basically what they were doing. Because on Annihilation, it's not even really tournament style. They're more of an adventure. That's what this movie is. It's like a fucking action adventure. And I wanted to see more of what they did in 1995. We had genuine tournament fights. You never got a moment where it's like finish him, because at the end it's like they at the end of the fight, and fatality or flawless victory. It's like y'all didn't even fight. You was in the middle of some montage fight, and you just got a quick lick in on this person, and then that's what happened as far as the thing with Kung Lu and his head and shit. In the trailers, it was like it was portrayed as if they were doing matches or some shit. Like the whole shit with Liu Kang and the dragon. This motherfucker didn't bite nobody's head off. No, he burned up. And this nigga, what's his nigga name? Khalid. Damn, man, the motherfucker with the mask and the red eyes that moves real fast. Khalid, it's Kyle with a K. You know who I'm talking about. He sound like, this motherfucker sound like some mobster or some shit. Like, when did he start talking like this? Like, what are we doing with this character? And when he talking to Kano, it's like some shit, like some hitman shit. Like, he sound like a motherfucker off Goodfellas, bro. Like, straight up. I'm like, what's going on, man? But, like I said, the formula they tried, I feel like they tried to go at this movie, just did not work. It was not the style I feel like fans of the game, especially more recent with Mortal Kombat 11 and 10, like, we wanted that. You can have that same brutality, but give us these good fights. Give us some good one-on-one fights or good combination of fights, man. We didn't get none of that. We got a bunch of montage fights. And there's points where they are just getting beat up, and that's it. They just getting beat up, or they are just winning, and that's it. It's no in-between. It's no fight to the death or no end game. You know what I'm saying? Think about movies like a Bloodsport, or the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, or even the Rocky movies. Like, you have tournament-style fights where it's matches, actual matches. That's what I wanted with this, and we did not get that with this, and that was my main problem with this shit. For real, man. Like, I just didn't understand giving these characters such weak development, like Liu Kang. The nigga, like, he wasn't bad in this. The motherfucker, like, have you played MK11 Liu Kang, the zombie Liu Kang, and the life Liu Kang? Like, that motherfucker off the chain. And I'm gonna say something. Tell me this. What scene is more iconic? The bicycle kick in the 1995 Mortal Kombat, or the bicycle kick in this? You tell me that. Because when that scene comes up, it's more, in this movie, that bicycle king is more like, it's more like a fan service. In 1995, to me, man, and that presence in that scene where he coming up back to do that shit with Reptile, and he just standing there like, man, hey, that was everything. That shit's till to this day, that nostalgia of that scene, because we was getting something so special from a video game movie at that time of the year. So I just felt like they had so much they could have done with this, and I think the movie would just have been a lot better if they did it tournament style and had matches, actual fighting matches. So, I mean, that's pretty much the most I can say about the movie, man, because it's not too much to go off of. It's not a deep story. It's basically, like I said, I hope they do, if they do a sequel, I want better choreographers, and maybe we need a new director. This is a first-time director, as far as what I hear, and that's the writer, I think, do TV shows or whatnot. But I know, if I'm not mistaken, this is a first-time director. So, give or take, he did a pretty decent job, but it should have been matches. He goes from the mind state of a whole franchise of movies. That was his mind state with this and making this. And I'm like, no, you should have went in going all in, like this is your one and only movie. And I think that would have made it so much better. I mean, look at the whole Johnny Cage tease at the end. How we know we gonna get a sequel and get to see Johnny Cage? I'm just saying, man. But that's pretty much my opinion on this, man. I overall did not enjoy the movie, but I enjoyed moments in the movie. I can't say that. Sub-Zero, I did enjoy. I just wish we could have got more from him and more technically one-on-one fights with him and other people. That's what with everybody, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Just let me know how y'all feel. What's y'all opinion on the movie? How did y'all enjoy Mortal Kombat 2021? Was it everything you was looking forward to? Let me know in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. This is the road to 100 subs, man. Shout out to all my subscribers, man. Shout out to everybody viewing my videos, man. We out.
Zero.